I'm David Parker.
And I am Mary Parker, and we're long-term supporters of the school, the Sanku Pulabari Community School.
For us, supporting students is one of our greatest passions. Many of you have heard us talk about our visits to Nepal, and many have seen my photographs. We are thrilled to be here with our friends from Minnesota, Nepal, and places between. We are excited to see the new video about the school that was sent to us, as well as stories from current and past students.
And I'm going to share a few housekeeping items before we get going. Everyone is muted so that we can hear the speakers, and please feel free to use the chat. So specifically the chat for comments or questions that you may have. We'll also be staying on this Zoom event after the program to talk if anyone wants to have more informal conversations. This event is being recorded, so please turn off your camera if you do not want to appear on video. So I'm just going to repeat, you're muted, use chat for questions, and turn off the video if you do not want to be recorded. We do have closed captioning. Just click on the CC button at the bottom of the Zoom window, and you can enable those captions, which are automatically generated by Zoom. And for the third time, please type your questions in chat, and we will answer them at the end of the program.
Finally, this is a fundraiser. We raise the full amount of the Sanku School cash budget each year through individual donations. You have the power to fulfill the right to education for children. It only takes $300 to provide an entire year of education to a student. So your donation goes a long way. Please donate it if you can by clicking on the link in chat or scanning the QR code on your phone. All donations tonight up to $12,500 will be matched. So this is a great opportunity to make your giving go even farther.
Thank you so much, Mary and David. I really appreciate you and everything that you've done for the Nepal school and the work to end child labor in Nepal. My name is Jennifer Prestold. I am Deputy Director at the Advocates for Human Rights. And it's really my privilege to be able to direct our Nepal school project and our work to end child labor and ensure the right to education in one rural community in Nepal. So I'm really looking forward to sharing with you tonight more about the Sanku Pulabari Community School, or SPCS as we call it for short. And I am also really, really thankful to everyone who served on the host committee this year. The host committee is so important for engaging people in our work and telling people about what's happening at the Sanku Pulabari Community School. Many of you heard of this event when a member of the host committee reached out to you. So we would love it if you would raise your hand in the reactions panel or just wave if this is the first time, the first event that you've ever attended with the Advocates for Human Rights. And welcome to all of you, and thank you for being here. As David and Mary mentioned, we raise the full cash budget for SPCS every year through individual donations. So please donate if you can by scanning the QR code on the screen, or you can click on the link in chat in order to donate. As David mentioned, all donations tonight will be matched, so it's really a great opportunity to make your giving go even further. Tonight, we'll be giving an update on what's been happening at SPCS since we were last together last fall. We also have with us Anup Pudel, who's the principal of SPCS, and Neela Malla, the executive director of Educate the Children Nepal. It's very, very early in Nepal. It's 5 a.m. there. So we really appreciate them being with us tonight. And it is a real benefit of doing this event virtually that we can have people that are involved with the school be here with us from Nepal. So we look forward to having a conversation with them later in the program. And as Mary mentioned, please put any questions you have in the chat so we can respond to that later in the program. I'm really happy to share a lot of good news tonight about continued progress at the Sanku Pulabari Community School. First, for those of you who are just learning about SPCS for the first time tonight, here's a little bit of background about the advocates' involvement with SPCS. SPCS was founded in 1999 by the advocates for human rights in the local community in order to serve the children most in need of education in this rural agricultural community that's in the eastern Kathmandu Valley. So it's about 30 kilometers from Kathmandu. It's operated as a three-way partnership with the local community, the Advocates for Human Rights, and Educate the Children, our administrative partner in Nepal. Currently, SPCS serves 375 students in pre-K through class 10 from throughout the area. Some students live close by and some have to walk as much as an hour and a half to get to school. But the purpose of the school is really to provide access to high quality education as an alternative to child labor. Today in Nepal, there are still an estimated 1.1 million children who are working in child labor, and that's more than 20% of Nepali kids ages 5 to 15, so approximately the same ages of the kids at SPCS. The agricultural sector accounts for more than 85% of the total of child labor in Nepal currently, and this is a rural agricultural community where the school is located. Nepal has made significant improvements in some areas of education, particularly in basic primary education. However, many Nepali children still face serious challenges in accessing the right to education. In Nepal, as in many parts of the world, even when school is free and provided by the government, there are hidden costs of school. So exam fees, textbooks, uniform costs, even those school fees, those are barriers that keep children from low-income families, such as those who attend SPCS, that keeps them out of school. For this reason, SPCS is entirely free. In addition, SPCS provides a free daily meal to all of the students. So that $300 per child goes a really long way in providing support to these kids and the right to, and really giving them the opportunity to get an education and break the cycle of poverty. Girls make up 50% of the students at SPCS, and that has since the beginning been a critical goal of this project. It's important because gender barriers continue to exist for girls in Nepal, particularly in rural areas. While there has been progress in achieving gender parity in primary education in Nepal, there still continues to be a higher dropout rate for girls than boys. One recent report found that more than 80% of Nepali girls are out of school by grade 11. And Nepal has the third highest rate of child marriage in South Asia, and the 2019 study found that 38.4% of Nepali women between the ages of 20 and 49 were married before their 18th birthday, even though the legal age of marriage in Nepal is 20 for both girls and boys. Really great news about the academic excellence at SPCS. That academic excellence continues. And I'm sure that Anoop and Neela can share more about this as we get to the conversation at the end. But students at SPCS have made up a lot of the pandemic learning deficits and achieved outstanding marks on the National Secondary Education Examination last spring. These national standardized exams are extremely important. It's the primary metric in education in Nepal. And a certain score is required for a student to advance from 10th grade on to grade 11, and from there the path to university. So nearly 500,000 Nepali 10th graders took the SEE exam last March, and only 4.63% received a score of, it's graded on a 4.0 scale. So only 4.63% received a score of 3.6 to 4.0, and 9 of those students were SPCS students. An additional 24 SPCS students scored GPAs of 3.2 to 3.6, which put them in the top 11% of all 10th graders in the country. So this is remarkable results for a very small school and and for kids who have had to overcome a lot of challenges. 2 of the students that they've now completed 10th grade and graduated, but they took this test last spring. and so they're now alums, but 2 of the students achieved full scholarships for grades 11 and 12 to study in the science faculty at 2 of the more renowned schools in Nepal. And if I understand the report correctly, they competed against as many as 15,000 students to get admittance into these programs. So incredible results. The reputation for excellence continues to grow in the community. There were 150 applicants for this year's class of pre-K or nursery students. 35 were admitted, and the students at SPCS are selected based on factors, a number of factors that make them marginalized and at risk of child labor. So this includes families' low economic status, caste, indigenous, or ethnic minority status. And then, of course, maintaining gender equality is another focus of in the admissions process. Parent engagement continues to grow, and health initiatives, including free dental, eye, and vaccine clinics, have become a regular part of SPCS. So serving the whole child. At the Advocates, we're really excited to be planning our first post-pandemic return to Nepal in early December. I was last there in December of 2019, so a long time ago. And I'm really looking forward to getting back to the school. And our staff and volunteers are looking forward to interviewing students and parents, teachers, and others that are working in the fields of education and child labor in Nepal as we conduct a regular evaluation of our SPCS programming and operations. So that's a little bit of an overview, and what we'd like to do now is show you a short video of the tour of the school.
होटल तानसेन प्यालेस तानसेन पाल्पाको त्यहाँ रेसिपीहरू ल्याएको छ, लन्च डिनर ब्रेकफास्ट सबै कुराहरू ल्याएको छ। अब सुरुमा यसमा के गरौँ, एल्सियम लिनु हुन्छ। यतापट्टि एल्सियम आउँछ, एल्सियम कति आउँछ? 6/2 को 6 आउँछ हो। 6 is related to Gai community and Silsong is related to Tamil community. Okay.
advantages of partnership. यसको फाइदा के हो भन्दा is very easy to formation. हिजो पनि के पढाएको छ सोल्ड डिकन्सन इज भेरी इजी टु फर्मेट कम्पनी द सोल्ड डिकन्सन आन्सर अनि यहाँ पनि फेरि के भनेको छ इजी टु फर्मेट बिजनेस if 2 or more than 2 persons are agreed to do a similar business and then they can establish a business. दुई वा दुईभन्दा बढी व्यक्ति कुनै एउटा बिजनेस स्थापना गर्न राजी हुन्छ भने इट इज भेरी इजी दे क्यान एस्टाब्लिश अ बिजनेस.
त्यसपछि यहाँनिर यो साइडमा चाहिँ एउटा बक्स बनाउनु त्यो बक्समा चाहिँ हामीले नाम लेख्छौँ कि 3टा नाम लोकल नेम इङ्ग्लिस नेम साइन्टिफिक नेम हो त्यसकै मुनि बक्स बनाउँ हो नाम आउने भने खालि सोध्नु म यहाँ
Great. And thanks to Anoop for giving us a little peek into the school by making the video. There were a couple of things I just wanted to point out. You could see right at the end there was the teachers in the staff room, but also the computer lab. And the computer lab is a really big thing for us. Last year we sent the first installment of funding for the computer lab. We raised about half of the funding for the second installment and look forward to being able to complete the computer lab in the near future. You might have noticed that the classes are sort of arranged by, so the entire class is in one room. So there was a number at the top of the, so class 1 was class 1, class 2 was grade 2, and so forth. But you could kind of see the different things that they were studying. A couple of them were doing math, percentages, fractions. A couple were doing science. And a couple were doing social studies, and then with the younger kids, you could see there were some English signs on the wall, and they were doing the ABCs. So they were saying words that start with A and then words that start with B and so forth. But SPCS follows a Nepali curriculum and adds a human rights component to social studies. And students study English from pre-K. So from the time they're very little, they are learning English, as well as some of them are also learning Nepali because they don't speak Nepali at home. But that's a real benefit. And as you'll see in the next video, that by the time they get to 8th, 9th, 10th grade, their English is quite good. Early childhood education, I wanted to say something about that. You might have noticed we talk about nursery, that's the pre-K program. A couple of the classes were labeled upper K and lower K. We have the kindergartens divided into 2. And that is because there's a focus on early childhood development and developing those pre-literacy skills. A lot of kids, as I mentioned, might be indigenous and not speak Nepali as their mother tongue, but they also might not have, their parents might not have gone to school, and so just learning how to hold a crayon and a pencil and things like that is part of the pre-literacy skills. It's very important that SPCS has this early childhood development, because this is an area where there's very low early childhood education in Nepal, and so only about 51% of young Nepalis have the opportunity to be engaged in early childhood education. So that's a real benefit at SPCS. You might have noticed that there was a school assembly, all the kids that were standing outside every morning. That's the first part of the day. Do a little exercise, also sing some songs. The piece we saw was actually the Nepali national anthem was playing for that. So there's a lot that goes on, a ton of high energy kids, obviously, but the kids are just so excited to be there and to learn. So we asked if a few of the students would be willing to kind of write up what they like about the school, how the school is important to them, what their experience has been, and then be interviewed and record a video about that. So we have another short video, and these are primarily students from the 9th and 10th grade.
Hello, namaste. My name is Ruksan Thapa. I am a representative of grade 10 from Sakupalwai Community School. Education is very important in one life. SPCS provide quality education with friendly and comfort environment. I have been studying in SPCS school since grade 5. I have a great experience here. Everyone here is so welcoming and supportive that they make me feel like home, a safe place to learn about new things. SPCS provide free education which helps children with poor background to achieve their dreams. SPCS teacher and staff are friendly and supportive. Teachers encourage both theoretical and practical knowledge, which is very helpful in one's life. Thank you.
Namaste, my name is Vishal Puri, a representative of class 10. Getting education is a right of every children. SPCS provide a quality of education and various free things like free books, free copy and free meal to the students, which help children with a poor background to achieve their dreams. I have been studying in this school since grade 5. I had a great experience while studying in this school. Teachers are friendly and supportive towards the students. SPCS provide theoretical and practical knowledge to the student, which help in students' life. Thank you.
Namaste, it's me Namrata Dahal from class 9. Today I am here representing myself as a student of Sakupalwai Community School. The main motive of establishing this school is to provide quality education to those people who cannot afford other private schools. Here we can get quality education as well as various services such as free book copies, sport product, etc. Only sub-study, we also need extracurricular activities for our overall development. Our school also focuses on different type of sports and programs. Every Friday, different type of programs for seniors and juniors separately are conducted in our school. The teachers of our school are very cooperative and friendly. They are so qualified that they can teach us in the way we want them to. So I feel very blessed to be a part of this school. Thank you.
Namaste. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. I am Sirsa Shrestha from class 2. Thank you that you are supporting our school this month and our principal are giving us qualified education facilities and a friendly environment with friends and teachers. I am a student of this school since nursery, and this school encourages us for practical works, projects along with theoretical knowledge. And recently we got a computer lab from where we can learn so much computer related education. Beyond that, SPCS encourages us to work hard to achieve something that we want, and it's my pleasure to be your student here.
Namaste, I am Garima Dilal from grade 9. I am a
student of Sakupalbari Community School since 12 years. This school was established for the motto for providing quality of education to the poor and backwarded people. We are facilitated with quality education, books, copies, and sport products. Ever since I joined this school, I have always felt comfortable to share my feelings and ask questions to the teachers. Every teachers are so friendly and kind and generosity. Thank you.
Hello, Namaste. My name is Shobha Dahal. I am from grade 10 of Sakupalbari Community School. The atmosphere in which our school is situated is very pleasant. I had been studying in this school since grade 3. I enjoy a lot with friends and my teachers. Teachers are so supportive and motivate us in every problems. We observe the Republic Day, Democracy Day, and we also celebrate the Saraswati Puja in our school. Many students from this school have occupied a glorious position in different districts. The discipline and academic result of our school attract many students towards our school. It is an idol school. Thank you.
Hello, Namaste. My name is Sonia Shrestha from grade 9. Today I am here representing myself as a student of Sakupalbari Community School. The main aim of establishing this school is to provide quality education to those who cannot afford quality education in private schools. Our school provides different kinds of facilities such as free education, free meal, books, copies, sport products, etc. The teachers of this school are well educated, trained, experienced, so they can easily teach us with different techniques. The school area is peaceful and less disturbance from any kind of noise pollution. So these qualities makes me feel proud to be a student of this school. Thank you.
I wanted to highlight a couple of things. Several of the students talked about the sports and extracurricular activities at SPS really focus on child development and give students at all the grade levels a chance to show off their talents. So there are drawing competitions, handwriting competitions, singing, spelling competitions. One time I was there and I had to judge a debate contest. They recently did senior. When they say seniors, they're talking about upper grade students, not 12th graders. And then juniors are the lower grade students. But recently the senior debaters had to debate the question, social media, boon or bane, while the junior speech contest focused on the topic of my goal in my school. And Scouts has been now a program at the school for several years now, and it's still going strong. And SPCS Scouts have been volunteering in the community. The sports continue to be really popular, with SPCS providing sports equipment and intramural competition in football or soccer, badminton, and other sports. And just recently, SPCS participated in an inter-school futsal competition among 21 schools and brought home the consolation prize. So lots of fun stuff going on there. Another student talked about a couple of them talked about the peaceful environment. I don't know if you could tell in the video, if you looked out the windows of the school, you could see the green fields and things like that. The new school building is on in a very, very beautiful and peaceful place. It's on a bend in the river, kind of near the mountains. Those of you that have been to Nepal and visited SPCS when it was in the rented school building, was right on a busy road. So now they have a lot more space. They have a playground in the front, and it is a very quiet and peaceful place to learn. So lots of good stuff. Yeah, so please, I know some questions are coming in. I'm going to take a look at those, and hopefully we'll we have time for a great conversation. But while I'm taking a look at this, please continue to put more questions in the chat, and I'm going to turn it over to David and Mary while I take a look at some of the questions.
Hi again. Weren't those videos of the classrooms and the students so inspiring? It just makes me just kind of shiver and so proud and so inspired by the students. It's amazing to see how engaged they are in school and how serious they are about learning. The impact of working together is so impressive. For the last 24 years, the school has transformed many, many lives, not only those of the students who now work in hotels, medical settings, engineering companies, schools, and many other occupations, but also those of their families and the whole community. Together, we can change lives and make the world a better place.
Every day, year in, year out, the Sanku School has showed what a great gift education is, what a great gift you can give when you donate tonight, what we can achieve together. $300 pays for tuition. Oh,
There's going to be, oh, here it's coming. Here it's coming. Oh, great. Thank you.
yes, there. Yeah. $300 pays for tuition, a daily meal, and extracurricular opportunities for one student for an entire year. That is less than $1 a day. $100 provides field trips and a health camp for 5 students. $50 pays for school supplies for 2 students. $25 pays for tuition for 1 month for 1 student. Every amount counts. Every donation makes a difference. And best of all, every gift will be doubled due to the generous matching gifts we have received. We hope to raise $25,000 tonight. That would pay tuition for 83 students. Would you please help us achieve our goal?
Donating is simple. Just click on the link in chat. It's right there in front of you on the lower right side as you look, or scan the QR code on the screen. Thank you for your very generous support of our school in Nepal. We'll give everyone a moment, and then Jennifer will moderate the questions. But again, put those questions into chat, and you can click on the link in chat to donate or scan the QR code on the screen. Thanks so much, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Mary and David. You're such great supporters of SPCS, and we really appreciate all that you've done for the school over the years. I'd also like to just take a minute to thank all of the matching donors who have contributed to the match, and thank everyone on the host committee. And thank you to Neela and Anoop for joining us from Nepal. We really appreciate you being here so early, especially since it's a major holiday. The school's actually closed right now, but I'm really glad you're here because we have some questions for you. So one of the questions that I see is about students joining in grade 5. So the way it generally works is that we admit approximately 25 to 30 students into the nursery class, so the youngest class each year. But sometimes families move away, and sometimes there are opportunities to join later. Anoop, do you want to talk about that? How many students join in grade 5 or later? Is grade 5 a special year for changing schools?
Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Anu Paudel from Saku Palwari Community School. I'm acting as a principal of SPCS. And actually, Jennifer, most of the children, we do have the provision of admitting students in the nursery with 25 students. But some families and students will migrate from Saku, and they become the backend in different classes,
Mm-hmm. Right.
And
when people leave, just like any community, when people move away, then you have
yes,
an
yes,
opportunity to admit others.
and those students were migrant and the place were vacant, and then SMC and we school administration do decide to fulfill the vacant places in not only in class 5, sometimes in class 1 and sometimes in class 2, but not exceed than class 5, because if we okay, admit students in grade 7, 8, 9, 10, it is very difficult for us to continue their study as our perspective. So that, below class 5, and if there is some student, number of student vacant over there, and we do have practice to fulfill the vacant place.
Okay, all right, so that makes sense. So as families move around and their openings take place at the school up to class 5, you will admit additional students. Now, there's a question about pedagogy. So my understanding in Nepal is that there's a movement towards child-centered learning, but it still is a lot of lecture. Do you want to talk about pedagogy a little bit at how you teach at the school? And Anoop, if people notice, Anoop, in addition to being the principal, he's also a teacher at the school. So you teach accounting, is that right?
Yes, I'm at the time. I
Yeah.
taught them account, and
Okay.
mostly my subject is account.
Yeah. Okay. So do you want to talk about teaching style at the school or teaching philosophy?
We do have the both style. Sometimes we give them education by practical basis, and sometimes theoretical basis. It is better to introduce our science teacher here. Since she can clarify more about the practical classes of science subject. Here we do have our senior science teacher Ritu
Oh, she's
Srestha,
there?
and she can clarify regarding the practical classes. And Sanjeev also we do have here, and who teaches computer in up to grade 8, and sometimes in grade 9 and 10 he teaches computer to our students. So that I would like to introduce here our Sanjeev Tamang, as a computer who teaches them the practical knowledge regarding the computer, and Ritu Srestha, our science teacher, as a practical education.
Okay,
That is
great.
how
So we're gonna
I would like to
let me just explain.
request our Sanjeev and Ritu here.
Okay.
Sanjeev sir.
Let me just say one thing. So we are in very good luck, because even though it's 5 o'clock in the morning in Nepal, Anoop has pulled in the
No,
senior
ma'am.
science teacher, Ritu, and also the computer teacher. So in the video, a lot of the students talked about the theoretical and practical knowledge. So that's what they're going to talk a little bit about, how they do that, right? So go ahead, Anoop, you can introduce.
I would like to request to Sandeep sir. Sandeep sir, please. Sandeep sir.
Good morning and namaste, everyone. It's me,
Namaste.
Sanjeev, and I am a computer teacher at SPCS. And we have a computer practical class from grade 5 to grade 8. And we do a computer practical class twice a week, means Tuesday and Friday. And students are really excited, and they are eager to learn new things about the computer. So due to the addition of the computer lab, we are really excited, and students are also really excited to learn about the practical classes.
That's great. So even the very young students in KG, are they also doing the practical? Is it?
No. We only have computer subjects from class 5.
From class
We are
5.
planning to extend to junior classes as well.
Okay, got it. So from class 5, they're Tuesdays and Fridays. They're doing the
Yeah, twice a
computer.
week,
Yeah.
Tuesdays and
And
Fridays,
is
we are
it
doing
is it
computer practical class.
yeah? Tell me more what you do in the practical class. Or is it learning the keyboard? Is it computer programming? Are you learning teaching computer languages? Tell me
Yeah,
a little.
first of all, we go through the curriculum, and I teach them about the Word, MS Word, MS Excel, as well as the PowerPoint presentation. And in class 5, I think there is a Q basic programming. And in class 8, there is more about the programming, like C programming. And I've been teaching them about the programming as well.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. So they're learning, you know, practical things like Excel spreadsheets and PowerPoint presentations, but then also some computer programming. That's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now I would like to request our Ritu Miss how she teaches science to the senior grade, you know.
Can I talk?
Hi, Ritu. Namaste.
Um, Hello everyone. Namaste. Good morning. Sorry, good morning. Maybe there. I'm Ritu Shrestha, a science teacher from SPCS, and like there were some chats talking about pedagogy, and in our school as well, we make small groups of children and make them to do different kind of project work. Like I myself in my science class, I make small groups of children and let them do different kind of projects like of plants and different environmental factors, etc. And different kind of new styles we have been also using since there is a change of curriculum right now. And because of those things, many children are being practical based, like they have knowledge of practical things about science, maths, etc. And these things, lots of change are being done in our school as well. Even though it's very challenging, one of the challenging things to do lots of new techniques, like especially doing practical works, because there are some lack of equipment, etc. But still, as much as we have, we are doing different kind of project works, different kind of group learning class sessions, so that instead of just learning from us teachers, they need to learn from themselves as well. That's a new things that we have been also trying to teach them, and this is more effective, I think. And we are also trying to do that. I think we need to do more work on this project because it's still new for us. But yes, we're trying it. Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That answer for giving some more insight on the pedagogy and using a
Yes.
small group, having the students work in small groups and the practical aspects of science. So that's great. Thank you so much. Anoop, how many instructors are at the school? Are there 24 teachers right now?
We do have full timer 17 and all total 24.
Okay, yeah, I was counting
Others are part timer,
staff.
yes.
So, yeah, okay. And then what are the school hours?
10 a.m. to 4. But
10 a.m.
But
Yeah.
for 9 and 10, they come to school by 7 a.m. up to 6 p.m.
Right. So the school day is 10 a.m. to 4, but the 9th and 10th grade,
Yes,
because they
regular
have
classes.
they have to prepare for
Extra class.
these national standardized
SE.
exams. They have
SE, yes.
they have extra classes from 7 a.m. to
Yes.
10 a.m. So that's a long day, and that's 6 days a week, right? Saturday's the only
Yes. Saturday would you have holiday? Would you have national holiday every
Mhm.
Saturday?
Mhm.
And then 6 days a week would have regular classes.
Mhm. And what is typical teacher preparation? Like, how do you become a teacher in Nepal? What do you study? How do you?
Right now, there are a lot of trainings which are provided by government and different organizations as well. But we are hiring our teachers as per their qualification and experience and training as well.
Mhm. Okay. Let's see. I'm just looking at the questions. Did I get all the questions? This must be my. It's hard to read in the chat. And then what kind of ongoing training is there for teachers? I know that's something that we've talked about.
Not only not for as a regular basis, we're going their training. Sometime government conduct the training to the teachers and how to teach, how to, as per the curriculum. Sometimes different other NGOs and INGOs conducted teachers training, and we do participate if they invite us, and but it is not by regular basis. Sometimes. And I choose those teachers who are less trained, because like Sanjeev sir, Ritu Miss, and me as well, and other teachers who are engaging in teaching field since a very long time, and they do have a lot of experience how to tackle the students, how to teach the students. I don't select those teachers who do have already highly qualified and experienced, but those teachers who just joined the school or just started their teaching career, and I usually choose those teachers for the training and as well.
Yes, you have teachers at the school. Some have been there for a very long time. Some have been there since the beginning, right?
Yeah, some of us are since the beginning here, but
Yeah.
some are already left.
Yeah, and then some are new in their career, and so
Yes.
need that
Yes.
additional training and support. Yeah. So Colleen, you probably remember Colleen Beebe is here and has a question.
Yes,
for
I
you.
remember her. I remember her.
Yes. So what are some of the graduates doing now? Tell us a little bit about some of last year we had, Parvati, the first graduate to go to medical school. Tell us a little bit about some others.
Yes. Actually, who do have the connection with me, they are doing better. Some of them are in Australia, some of them are here, and our Kanchi, my wife, she is doing PhD at India. Our first graduate from SPCS, she's doing PhD in agriculture. Yeah,
Yeah,
Kanchi.
so the first
And
girl to graduate from SPCS is getting her PhD, and it's botany, right? Or like it's biology, or she studies agriculture. But
yes,
yeah,
yes,
getting her
she's
PhD
doing
in
PhD
India.
in agriculture.
Yeah.
And you know that nowadays in Nepal there is a trend to go the abroad study in different countries, and our student also not trying to, I mean, not staying here for the time. I mean, university study. They also like to go to abroad for their future education as well. They are most of our past graduates also. They were in different other countries.
Yeah, so some of the students are going abroad to study at university, or
For study.
yeah.
Yes, in different universities. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. And then thank you, Neela. Neela is adding that some of the graduates have good jobs in the private sector and government offices, as well as working at travel agencies.